I'm Luke Cooper. I'm founder and CEO of Fixt. We are Uber for device replacement. So there were a couple stops in the way between the time I ended my career as a lawyer and how I got here. So I was in-house counsel at State Farm. Career was going really well. I enjoyed what I did, but I perceived the problem back then that insurance just didn't work. It was a vertical that I, was already drawn to, financial services, had a keen interest there. Didn't really have a real accurate understanding of how we would sort of change the world using our technology today, but it sort of always stuck with me. After leaving State Farm, I, basically went on to business school at Babson and got my MBA. I felt like I needed sort of more fundamental experience around how to build models and how to, build businesses. And so that really sort of gave me some additional infrastructural support that I needed personally to be the kind of entrepreneur I wanted to be. In addition to that, another great thing that happened was I got involved with the company in Bowie, Maryland. It was a cybersecurity technology firm, mostly servicing like the defense markets, the DIT and DISAs of the world. And in that experience, I was able to basically help them sell the company within 18 months. It was my first exit. And it gave me that first taste of like what it's like to be intimately involved in a company and go through an exit, and it was a great exit for us. And so that was sort of the steps that or the things I was involved in right before founding Fixt, and then ultimately that led me to doing a TechStars program, and then in Boulder, and I dropped my phone and sort of put those things together. But so it sounds like a lot of information, but I think the key there, which is I think probably very critical and very central to most entrepreneurs and how they're hardwired, is keen awareness of all the experiences that you have in life. One of the great things that I sort of pulled away from Steve Jobs before he died in his writings was how ingenuity and creativity actually happens. Like most people think it happens with some event, like you did something and the light bulb went off. I think it's romantic to think about ingenuity that way, but I think it doesn't happen at all that way. I think it's just it's an amalgamation of a number of different ideas that happen over time, and they lead you to a very concrete understanding of where the market is and what the solution should be. And the ones entrepreneurs are just strictly the ones who sort of are aware, who pay attention in life, most of their lives, to the experiences that they're having and are able to put them together. Yeah, my mom is certainly a role model for me in a lot of ways. So to the question of what my mom means to me, so she's certainly a role model to me. I think if she could ask me or say anything to me now in my career, and she's alive, very much alive, and if she could ask me anything right now, or say anything to me right now, she'd probably say hard work pays off. I mean, that was her line she would always deliver to me growing up, and it just always resonated with me. And so I think she would say that to me. But I think the fact that she asked, of all the things she could ask for, was a plane ride, for our family, my sister and her, when I was 12, I think it just says a lot about who she is as a person, and that she cares more and understands better than anybody that if you have a big, broad vision for your life, then all the little pieces along the way, they just will line up. I tell people all the time, like, how could you not be a lawyer anymore? I mean, you had a great career. You could have worked other places. You could be making, high six figures, maybe seven figures right now as a lawyer. And I think about those things all the time, and I wouldn't have been happy about those things with that career. But beyond that, I think it was just another step in my story, which is, in many ways still being written.